Hi there, Courtney Murphy, Denver Metro Realtor here to give you your January 2023 Denver real estate market update. As always, I want to remind you that we will be looking at December numbers because I won't have January numbers until February. Also, I will be doing a short recap of the whole year of 2022. We're going to get started with average sales price. Average sales price in the Denver area in the month of December came in at $637,852. That was down 2.69% from the month of November. Now, kind of expected, we do usually see month over month drops this time of year, just the nature of this time of year. That was a year over year gain of 1.58%. Now that is a pretty low year over year gain, especially what we've been seeing over the last few years. We're getting used to those double digit gains. Not that those double digit gains are healthy. As you know, the Denver area has become unaffordable for a lot of people. So we couldn't keep seeing those gains forever. However, 1.58, that's pretty low year over year gain. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. So don't go anywhere. Want to break that average sales price down a little bit because that included both attached homes and detached homes. So let's break that down. The average sales price for a detached home in the Denver area came in at $707,997. The average price for a attached home, condo or townhome, came in at $469,505. Let's take a look at sold homes. 2,720 homes sold in the month of December. That was down 11.26% from the prior month. Kind of expected. Who wants to sell a home during the holidays if you don't have to? Excuse me. It was down 43.13% from the prior year. Quite a significant drop. Not surprising. Things were a lot hotter a year from now. New listings in the month of December came in at 1,735 homes. That was down 35.19% from the prior month. Once again, not surprising going into the holiday season. Also down 34.82% from the prior year. That takes us right into inventory. There were 4,757 homes on the market at the end of December. That was actually down 23.92% from the prior month. So inventory has tightened up since November, but it's up 220.07% from December of 2021. Now you probably are thinking what I'm thinking, holy smokes, that's a lot more homes. But let's take a look at that a little bit more closely, looking at the last 5 years. So we have more inventory now than we did in 2021, or at the end of 2021 and at the end of 2020. But what about before that? Before that, we were still in a nice solid seller's market, but we have less homes on the market now than we did in 2019, for example. In 2019, we ended the year at 5,037 homes. And at the end of 2018, we ended the year at 5,577 homes. So yes, inventory went up that whopping 220% from last year, but historically, that's still very, very low. And I do believe that our prices in the Denver area would have dropped more considering the interest rates. However, the fact that our inventory has remained fairly low has kept the prices up a bit. There's no doubt about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at 2022 as a whole. In the Denver area, there were 34.5 billion in sales volume. This was less than the prior year, which was about 5 billion more. Even though average sales price was higher this year, we sold more homes in 2021. In the Denver area in 2022, 50,743 homes, whereas in 2021, 64,105 homes sold. One more thing for you. Oh, this is where I wanted to go back to average sales price and talk about the fact that it was only 1.58% higher than last year, and kind of what I see coming for spring. So in 2020, at the beginning of 2022, I'm talking about too many years. It's getting me all mixed up. Which year am I talking about? I'm talking about the spring of 2022. So a year ago, between January and April, homeowners in the Denver area saw the value of their homes increase by 19.19%. That's just from January to April. If you were buying or selling a home during that time, you know how insane it was. You know, I remember listing homes on the market and having offers come in within an hour or two of homes being on the market. People didn't even see them. They were just putting offers out there. Homes were easily selling for $100,000 over list price. It was just bananas. So the fact that we're 1.58% over year right now, just thinking about numbers and knowing a little bit about math tells me that we're not going to have increases like that this year. It's just not going to happen. I mean, when does that ever happen? So we're going to have less increases as we go into the spring selling season than we saw last year, which tells me that we will likely see year decreases over the next few months. Now, there still is opportunity for buying. There's opportunity for selling. Yes, everything's put some brakes on. You know, over the last few months, I think buyers have gotten used to the interest rates that have risen. They found alternatives, different types of loans, whether that's an ARM or buying down interest rates, and kind of reevaluated their budgets and whatnot. Sellers have gotten used to the fact that their house is going to take longer to sell, and they probably need to be pretty thoughtful about how they price their homes. I do think that we'll definitely see more homes come on the market in the spring. I think some sellers did take their homes off the market late fall, early winter, and to put them back on the market in the spring and see how that goes. But I don't think we'll see as many new listings as we've seen in the last couple years, just for the pure fact that I don't think we're going to see as many local moves. If you own a home and you pay 3% interest rate, for example, even if you were maybe on the fence about looking for a new house, getting something bigger or downsizing or whatnot, you know, you're probably going to take a lot more pause now, just knowing that you'd be trading maybe that 3% interest rate in for a 6% interest rate. So I think we'll see less people just moving within the Denver area than we have seen recently. Now there will still be people that do decide to do that, and there will be people who are moving out of the area. So we will see some inventory, but I think it's going to stay somewhat low for a bit. Now, one thing that can always change things are interest rates and how aggressive the Fed is in this year. So we'll just have to keep our eye on things. But I do want to note that I do think we'll see some year decreases in average sales price as we head into spring. Just looking at the numbers, that's what it says. That's my guess. Again, my name is Courtney Murphy, Denver Metro Realtor. If you're planning to buy or sell a home in the Denver area, give me a call. Let me know what questions you have. Let's have a chat, see if we're a good fit to work together. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my monthly updates or home tours around the Denver area. I got a ton of them. You got to see them. Thanks for joining me today, and have a wonderful day.